So everybody, welcome to Clutch's Corner. Let's go ahead and get right on into it so we can check out what we are going to be looking at for today. Well, for tomorrow, actually, I should say. So first thing that I'm checking out is AAL, American Airlines. Now, the cool thing about American Airlines is that the contracts for it are ridiculously inexpensive. So if you get the 15 tomorrow, it's not going to cost you very much. I'm probably going to get the 1550 because I want that fatter delta and the price doesn't scare me. The entry and stop loss are in very obvious places, of course, but we're going to go down to the 30-minute time frame to start finding where some pivot points, some price targets going to be. The first one's going to be right here off of this 2, where this has trouble crossing it, and this immediately just switches directions. But it also coincides with the top right over here. So there is an algorithm in this. The bottom of the 1, where these things have some trouble getting through it, and of course the bottom of the 3. All 3s typically have an algorithm on its high and the low. Then we're going to come right in here. And actually, if you pay attention to the price right here, even if I move it to right here, it's the same price. So these are the exact same prices in here. And I'm not going to change it by a penny because 2 of them hit 1508. After that, we'll come test out this 2 right in here where all this starts getting choppy and really difficult for it to get through. And then, of course, the bottom of this candle, which is a 3. Wouldn't you know it? 3's got a lot of algorithms in it. So AAL looks really good for tomorrow, to be honest. Moving on into Amazon. Amazon is going to be the same strike price as we had before, 177.50, right? I think that you'll be sitting nice and pretty for that rather than having to buy in the money at 180. But if you do, it's not that expensive. So I wouldn't be mad at getting the 180 either. Well, the reason this is on the watch list is because of pure exhaustion in this candle. You know, the day before had a lot of exhaustion as well. The market opened up today, it shot back up, and then Amazon was like, wait a minute, I don't think I want to go that way. And then it shot all the way back down. Sellers took back control of this candle and have majority of control of it. So zooming into the 30-minute time frame, we can start to see where price targets are coming from. One of them is pretty close, but damn it, we can't ignore this. We can't ignore that we're coming down. We hit a freaking wall right here, and then we shot right back up, and then we couldn't get near that wall over here. So if we do break through entry right in here, we're going to come and test this before we can come and test this. If we do break it through here, though, we'll come test the bottom of this 2 with this very long wick. Bottom of this 2, where all these things are starting to chop through. Bottom of this 2, and this is just a classic case of steps. And the bottom of the 1, because I don't really see it extending all the way down here in one day, but I can see it extending this far within its range. All right. Next is going to be crowd. I'm looking at for calls tomorrow. The 322.50 is where I'm looking at. I love everything about this. I wish it was cheaper, to be honest, but I'll take it. And this is something that you absolutely can adjust your spreads in whenever you're getting into the order. But that's where I'm going to be shopping personally. And with that being said, let's look at it. The 3, the 1, the 2, but this 2 is very exhausted to the downside. It doesn't really want to keep moving in that direction. In the past over here, when we've gone to this area, we've typically shot up from it. We're right back here in this area again. So let's see if we can continue that pattern. And if we do, we'll break through entry and go test out price targets that can be found on the 30-minute time frame. Now, again, I hate how close this is. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like how close this is, but I'm not gonna ignore the fact that we were going down, we went up, we hit a freaking wall right here, and then we shot down. So when we break through entry, what's gonna happen when we get right here? We're gonna have to test that algorithm. If the buyers have the force and they push it through, then we'll test the top of this 2, then we'll test the top of this 2, which all this gets really close to. And to be honest, like you probably could have it like somewhere around here, but I put it right here because I do think that we'll come and test it. And then the high of this 2, and then the high of the day, or the 3 candle, I should say, the high of that 3. So looks really good. I'm excited for crowd tomorrow as well. Oops, didn't do that. All right, so MA broke its weekly entry and then failed from it, right? Failed from it. So it's potentially setting up an outside week, right? Potentially, we got to wait for confirmation on those things by it cracking the 50% and then so on, you know. Moving into the option chain for MA, I am looking at the 475. I actually really like the price of this, and I love the delta attached. Of course, these are spreads that I don't like, which is why you would lower it and when you're getting your limit order. So entry, stop loss, and then let's go ahead and check out price targets, which can be found on the 30-minute time frame. Right in here, can't ignore this bad boy, big wick on it too, right in here. And this is just a classic case of steps. If you're in calls, you're more than likely going to have stop losses in these areas in case it decides to come back. It would then stop you out while you were in profit if you had gotten your calls somewhere down here. So these are the two steps. Then the bottom of this one, where all this chops through, pretty obvious where the sidewaysness starts here. And then, of course, the bottom of the day. Looks really good. I am excited for MA as well, especially for the potential of it being an outside week and it rejecting that weekly entry. Next is Shop. Shop looks really good as well. Shop is something that I'm looking at the 79 for. And this might be my favorite price with the favorite delta out of everything that's out there. I love the delta. I love the price. Everything about this is screaming, please buy me. And I want to. I want to. Please don't gap all the way up to the last price target. Shop tomorrow, because I'd really like to make some money off of it. With that being said, the 30-minute time frame is where we're going to start finding some price targets. Bam, this one right in here, because all these things wick through it. These don't quite get close. This doesn't quite get close in here as well. So there's just all this contention right here in this area. If we do break through this, we'll come test this one where these wicks, these two wicks, you can see didn't have the power to stay above this line, which means that there could be an algorithm here as well that is stronger. The top of this candle, the top of this two, which all of this is chopping through as well. And if you look at this one, you can see that it coincides with the flip right in here. So there's an algorithm on both sides. And then, of course, the high of the day, which is up here. And this is because of the range that we're extending past just the previous day's high. Because of the range, we could come up and test the last 3 days high, essentially. All right, moving on to Target. Target looks really good as well. I'm looking at the 177.50. Everything about this I love the spreads, love the delta, love everything about it. And I love the setup. Moving into the 30-minute time frame, we can start seeing this is just a really classic case of steps, right? Just pivots walking up the steps. And you can see pivot 1 is going to be right in here, pivot 2 right in here, pivot 3 right in here, pivot 4 right in here. And this is just simple, guys. If you were in calls, right, let's say you got your calls here, you're going to just be moving your stop loss up to finish the lows, right? This close, this is the low. So if we cross beneath that, I'll get out of the play. Oh, it keeps going. Oh, we have a 3 now. So if price crosses beneath this 3, then I'll be stopped out of the play. Oh, it didn't. It kept going. Oh, right in here, I'll move my stop loss to here. If we cross beneath this 2, I'll get out of the play. We didn't. We kept going. So when we do come back through here, we have the potential to stop these people out one step at a time. And Target looks scrumptious for tomorrow, to be completely honest. Moving on into UAL. So there's 2 airlines that are on the watch list, American Airlines, United Airlines. So I won't be flying tomorrow. That being said, I am looking at the 47 strike price for it. Love every single thing about this. Really inexpensive, tight spreads, humongous delta. That's almost the entire size of the contract. So we love that. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the 30 minutos, right? Very important here. This bad boy, for all this, you can see has a little trouble getting through it. We do get through it to here, and then we bounce back up. So these 2 spots are going to be price targets. If we do break through these 2, we'll come test out the bottom of this 2 where we get some sideways action in here. Once we break through that, we'll test the bottom of this 2, and then instead of saying, oh, we're going to come all the way down to here. No. It's right in here. Look at the wall. Look at the freaking wall in here. right? And then even here, it got stuck at it. It was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go up. Okay, yes, I do. So when we get here, we're going to have a whole other decision to make. Do we want to respect that, keep pushing down, or do we want to bounce off of it? We have before several times. Big decisions to make with UAL when it gets down there tomorrow. And putting a bow on it with Roblox. Congratulations if you took Roblox today. It was signaled. It took out several price targets, and hopefully you made some money off of that. It is back today because of the exhaustion that it's, showing on the candle. And I'm looking at the 38.50 strike price for it. Look, every single thing about this. It's inexpensive, fat delta. You will be in the money by the time that we hit price target 2. Okay. Going into the 30-minute time frame, we can see our entry right here, price target 1 right here, where even the 3 was like, never mind, right? So there's going to be a test right in here. Then we'll test this, then we'll test this. And as you can see, this is literally a staircase just going down, right? This is what I mean by steps, guys. If you guys walked into a building and saw this, you would start walking up the steps. It's just a stairwell. So along those steps, because this thing just bled, is where there's going to be potential pivots. Why? Because if you were in puts, you're going to put your stop losses at the highs of these candles. And if it crosses those, you'll be removed from your play with profit. If it doesn't, there's no reason to get out of your puts. So tomorrow we're going to have the opportunity to try to liquidate them and remove them from their puts and stay. All these people that have their pivots here, stop them out, push the trade in our favor. So I'm looking forward to Roblox as well, to be honest. Today was a great day for the signals. Weeklies went crazy. Quarterlies have already hit price target. Everything is working really, really well. I hope you guys made some money. And if you're just watching this, I hope you're learning something. I hope you're learning something from it. And I love you a lot for watching it. God bless. I will see you soon. And let's keep crushing it in Q2. All right.